Now the audio is going to be terrible on this, but I thought the weather currently is just a perfect metaphor, not that you can see it, for my FPL season so far. With that being said, guys, wrap yourselves up, go get yourself a hot drink, a cocoa, a coffee, a tea, whatever your choice of beverage is. Sit down and enjoy the Wildcard Project. What's up, guys, and welcome to another FPL Wildcard Project. I'm the man in the know, JNO, and this is the series where I try and pick a completely new side every game week and then see which sides do best and see if I can predict who will do well into the up-and-coming game weeks and potentially rise you up the FPL rankings. If that is something that interests you, make sure to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you're alerted when my videos go live, and if you want to, smash a cheeky like on it, it'll be much appreciated. And all the stats on these videos are taken from Fantasy Football Fix, one of the best sites for you to get your underlying stats to help you with your FPL decisions. Use artificial intelligence and Optastats to build your new squad for the new season. Analyse the highest owned players and most popular starting squad currently entered into the FPL. Upload your squad at fantasyfootballfix.com now to improve your FPL performance. Click the link below or head over to fantasyfootballfix.com to get started. So let's get into the video, and we start off with looking at how my Wildcard Project team did from game week 6. And the good news is I did manage to beat my normal side's points, getting 69 points instead of 66. Now, a lot of the team was still very similar, so the points differences weren't that variable, but this Wildcard Project, there is a bit of a change in the lineup, so it'll be interesting to see how it compares next week. As you can see on the screen right now, the major changes were players like Zinchenko to Soyuncu. That's 2 extra points there. Dunk instead of Rico, again, that's an additional point. But overall, as I hadn't changed the side that much, there wasn't that big a variable in the two teams. Now, that is because I thought that was the best side. I now have slightly differing opinions and am reacting to what happened in Game Week 6 to build a new Wildcard Project side, and here it is. So as you can see, there are still some players that remain in the side. We're looking at the likes of Pope, Soyuncu, Trent, De Bruyne, Salah and Cantwell, all retaining their place in the squad. However, outside of those lot, it's changed quite a bit, and as you can see, we changed formation, put money into other areas. Now we start off with Loughton coming in from Burnley. Burnley look like they are going to have a decent season this year, and potentially defensively they could be pretty solid. Loughton does offer chance creation threat and has Aston Villa, Everton and Leicester in the next 3. I did make a mistake in the previous video where I said he had 1 assist. He doesn't have any assists, but I'm hopeful. Maybe I'm just predicting the future. And then in midfield, we also have another Burnley player. Now, would I generally triple up on a Burnley side? Probably not. But with Aston Villa and Everton in the next 2, McNeil seemed like a good choice. I have considered other players, of course, the likes of Daniel James, and Aston Villa's McGinn and Grealish could quite easily slot into this position. We then also have Mason Mount coming in. Now, he managed to play in Game Week 6 despite a fear of an injury ruling him out of the Liverpool game. And Mount and Abraham looked good in that game, which is why Mount makes the side, because I couldn't fit Tammy Abraham in. Mount looks like he could do some damage against the likes of Brighton, Hove Albion, Southampton and Newcastle in the next 3. And then up front is where we really change strategy. We've gone with Firmino. Are we all sleeping on Firmino? He's had a really good return recently as far as attacking points. And Aguero, of course, looks very, very good with Kevin De Bruyne in the side. And I read somewhere that Aguero's output is better than Sterling's when Kevin De Bruyne is on the field. If we have a look at some of the stats as to why I've brought in some of these new players, Aguero at 12.2 million, 55 points, 8 goals scored so far this season. That's a great start considering we're only 6 game weeks in. One of the highest scoring strikers in the league at the moment from 25 shots, 24 of them coming from inside the box. Only 9 on target, which isn't that great for Aguero, but 13 big chances. He's one of the leaders of the pack as far as big chances go. And expected goals is at 5.3, so he's not outperforming his expected goals by that much. Also has assist threat with 10 attempted assists, 7 of those resulting in shots on target. We then have Firmino as well at 9.5 million. He's 3 million cheaper than Salah, and he's also considerably cheaper than Mane. 44 points, 3 goals, 4 assists from 21 shots, 16 from inside the box, 8 on target. That's more shots on target than Mohamed Salah. He's also had more shots than Mohamed Salah, but has a lower expected goals at 2.5 to Salah's 3. Also, Firmino does have chance creation with 8 attempted assists, 7 of them resulting in shots on target, and expected assists at 2.1. The type of chances he's creating are very good chances, and that's an expected FPL points of 36.5, meaning he's outperforming the amount of points he's expected to get. And then we look at the likes of Mason Mount as well, 33 points, 3 goals so far this season, 17 shots on goal in total, 8 of those shots being on target, 3 being big chances, but it's the attempted assists at 12 with 5 being on target that really makes him appealing to me. And then McNeil, decent fixtures, 24 points. He has 3 assists so far this season with 8 shots on goal, 4 on target, 6 attempted assists with 3 of them resulting in shots on target. McNeil is a bit of a punt, so is Loughton really, but having to bring in cheap players to get the likes of Firmino and Aguero up front, I now have triple Liverpool. And if you don't account a defender, I have 2 Man City players with Kevin De Bruyne and Sergio Aguero, 2 of the people that will be big scorers season long. As far as the bench goes, we won't go into it too much. We keep Rico because he is now starting and is a cheap defender. That's the same reason we keep Lundstrom as well. Those 2 allow for us to go big in other areas. And then Jordan Ayew is there because he's a starting striker who is only just above 5 million with Norwich, West Ham in the next 2. But Ayew is never really going to be a consideration as a starter with his current underlying stats. It's just that he's guaranteed to play for Crystal Palace, and so I wouldn't suggest he goes into your starting 11. Anyway guys, hopefully that has helped you guys with your transfer dilemmas, and if you're playing your wildcard, hopefully it's brought you some new ideas to take into Game Week 7. If you have enjoyed the video, please do consider subscribing to the channel and hitting that notification bell so you are notified when I go live or when I post my videos, as well as hitting that like button, which really supports the channel. And check out the various links in the description down below, including my Patreon, which is only $1, which gives you access to a monthly and season long FPL game, as well as the Discord, which you don't have to be a patron to join. Just click the Discord link and we can start talking FPL. I've been JNO, this has been FPL Today, and remember, it's all about the game.